Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and this is the Transport Fever Square England Let's Play. And we've actually rolled on a few months since the end of the last episode. But before we get into today's main meal, the entree, is that the right word? I think it is. The main course for this episode. Just finishing off a couple of things that I said I would do at the end of the last episode. I sort of ran out of time really. There's lots of little sort of fiddling fixes I wanted to do, which I never quite got round to completing. One of which was to upgrade this line here, which is the train we're following. Shall I let him carry on? And are you the other one? No, you're not. You're a passenger train. There he goes. Yep, so the quarry, which is producing the stone being carted by that train, is overflowing with goodness at the moment, so I just want to replace those trains, there's two of them on there at the moment, with a slightly smaller consist, 10 wagons, but they are going to be the NAFI universal state car, which means they can carry anything, so they can actually carry more away from both the quarry and the construction materials plant when they get there. So let's replace it, and they go faster as well than the old wagons they're currently running. So I'm looking at the wrong one there. It's this one I want to look at. Oh, I can't click for clicking. Right, and the other one is the stone quarry up on the south side. The map is kind of upside down at the moment. Where is it? Ah, here it is. We've got some lovely old man wagons, I think, running on here. Yep, and we've got a whole array, a plethora of fabulous new lorries that we can use instead. And the one I've chosen is this one here, the Volvo tippy-tuppy semi-trailer, the F12 4x2, which I imagine refers to the number of axles or wheels or whatever on the truck there, as opposed to the standard one or two wagon F12 kippers, just because it's bigger and it carries more and I can run with less of them. So we'll replace all those, but actually before we do that, I'll actually send some of you to the depot. We don't need all of you, so I think I've got 14 on there at the moment, so I think what I'll do is I'll cut down the number of lorries to 10 because I've got that much more now, that much more capacity in each of the trucks. Right, they can do that, and I can then replace all of you with this wonderful wagon, which is taking 28 as opposed to 14, I think, or 16 rather, on the old one. Okay, so we've got one replacement already, and I dare say you'll be switching soon. Come on, there you go. Oh, and before we get in, again, another little thing to fix here. I mentioned, when the last episode I think it was, I increased the length of the farm train going into the Exeter food factory, and I added one too many wagons and it was too long for the station. And George commented on that video very, very helpfully, highlighting the fact that I could, when I look at the details of a train like this one here, tell how long it is. Now, I've always been using miles because I'm working in England, kind of, so my speed is miles per hour. They travel on the left, well, the trains do anyway, and the length was also in miles. Now, I don't know if they added more sub-measures or subdivisions to that after the first release. But it's been so long since I last went into the settings page, I certainly hadn't noticed it. But you can actually now show the length in feet, yards, metres, all sorts of measures. So I've changed it to yards, again just keeping the old-fashioned English field. Although the stations are measured in metres, this should allow me to get a better idea of whether the train will fit. A yard is slightly less than a metre, is it 5/8 or something like that? Whatever. It's less than a metre. So provided this number of yards, the length of the train, doesn't exceed the number of metres on the station platforms, then I'm in luck. The trains will fit. Okay, that's good. Let's have a look at one of these road vehicles. I've not seen this before. Why did I click on a house? Oh, he's running back. He's running empty, is he? Oh, you've got your... Oh, there he goes. He's full of stuff. Should we get rid of the... It's not a very good colour for this lorry, is it? That's a nice... Again, a nice model. Again, the links for all the description and the links for... Why did he slow down? Oh, because it's going into... Why is it going into Town Road there? Strange how the game decides to change road styles. Anyway, yeah, the links to all the mods will be in the description to the video and also in the collection, which again will be linked in the description below this video. Right, the other thing to notice, of course, which I've been ignoring and you've already noticed and think, what the heck is going on, is this flurry of new icons and logos. It's a new mod, relatively recently released, which provides, in this version, English, and I think he's done a version for Switzerland or Sweden. I think it was Switzerland, of a number of icons for some of the sort of game assets. In particular, the passenger train stations, which have the old British Rail icon, bus stops, which have kind of the Transport for London roundel, and also depots, train depots. There isn't one there. There's a few over here. Yeah, we've got that symbol there. Unfortunately, the pack doesn't include icons for cargo or trains or docks or airports or anything like that. And they're a bit sort of in your face, aren't they? It's bright red and bright white. So I may not carry on using them, to be honest, but I thought I'd just show them off here anyway, so if you feel like adding these uniquely British, if not English, logos to your game, then you can. They are there and available. Okay, there's one other fix I want to do before I get into, again, today's main course, and that's this northern passenger line here. Do we have a train in view anywhere? We do. I think that's you, the Northern Connection. Now, you as a line are making me a good amount of money. Over 5 million a year. And all the trains appear to be running pretty much full. So what we're going to do is replace them. We're going to add more carriages to them. Can we... 87. Can we make them faster? Is a good question. So the loco we've got at the moment is the BR47, and we've got 4 on there at the moment. So I'll actually change this. I think I'll cut this down to 3. I think it's a diesel, and we're running you at the moment. Oh, you go. Oh, it's the wagons. Okay. Oh, that's a new one. Oh, excellent. I think we should use that, the Intercity Swallow logo. I must have added that recently to my mod pack. And we've got that one. I don't remember seeing those in original before. Right, so have we got passenger wagons? That's the Einheitswagen, isn't it? Well, yeah, Einheitswagen. 2? 2. Yeah, so you're carrying 21, that's right, 87. Can we get... Ooh, that goes faster. And it carries more passengers. Oh, that'd be good. Now that's a British Rail Mark II. Now these are all... Well, that one's far. That's a Euro... That's an Austrian, I think, isn't it? That one. That's 25. That's 26. And goes a good... It would be nice to use the British wagons, but they do cost a lot more. 377 a year, and they go 125 miles an hour, which those diesels don't. They go 95. Do we have... No, that's the fastest British diesel we've got, I think, on there. So if we take you out, oh, over the year. Have we got anything new coming in? Lots of new stuff. I don't think this will help me particularly for this. Okay, so we're going to replace you. We're going to take these wagons off. And we'll put in, not freight wagons, we'll put in this, these ones here, these orangey Eurofeed. Oh, there's that one. No, that's only 87. We don't want to go that slow. Right, these okay, so that's 20. That'll be 40, 60. What's the difference between these two? Oh, first and second class. Right, oh, yes. Right, so second class carries more. So we'll have 2 first class and 2, 3. So that's 75. Oh, this is a whole lot more. 40, it's 100 and something. I think we can cut that down to, yeah, 2 trains. Which means I've got to find one of these vehicles which isn't running with a great many passengers. So who's got the fewest passengers? You. We'll send you off to the depot to be sold. There you go. And we will replace all of you with these funky new high speed trains. Excellent. Is any of them going to change over soon? Be nice if they did. Why are you sat there waiting for a free path? There's a depot. Because you're on the wrong side, you're on the wrong track. Okay, can I put a little switch in here just to sort you out? That helps. Good. It's a nice looking train though. But then again, you know, time passes, you've got to keep up with the times. Right, I think that's probably all the fixing I'll do for now. Just a quick look at our profit and loss. Yeah, we're making bucket loads of money. 200 million a year in profit, or in income rather. Profit does vary from 25 to 55 depending on how much money I spend. So here's the new train. And you just about fit into the station. That's good. And you do indeed. It's the same basic locomotive, just got a new colour scheme. And there's the first and second class wagons. Excellent. Right, okay, so we'll leave them to carry on and make me money and do all sorts of good things. Right, now the main plan for today is another bit of tinkering with freight over here on the north side of the river. Now, with the exception of Falmouth and Whitchurch, I think. I need to actually get the you need to click them and open up the information box, don't you? Okay, that's you. Don't think anyone else up here. Nope. No other towns are receiving food on the north side of the river. So, in a moment of remarkable largesse, I think I'll allow my citizens here of the north bank of the river to actually eat. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a new food processing factory, which is this one here. Yeah, very nicely situated, conveniently situated in the middle of a mountain range. How likely is that? Now, come on, guys. We've got a farm here. So what we're going to do, we're going to connect that up to our hub here, and we'll use this to distribute the food. Now, the thing here to deal with is that this hub here, the main Grantham hub, is actually full. There are no spare tracks in there to take any extra traffic. There's plenty here. So what I plan to do is take the Whitchurch train, which you remember at the very end of the last episode I had awful trouble with because I'd got my switching wrong here. I spent ages on the video fretting about it and not getting it, not sorting it out. But as soon as I turned the recording off, it suddenly clicked. Yes, it was a double switch issue here, which I'd made a mess of when I relayed that section of track. So we're going to take the Whitchurch train out here, and it will go alongside, it will come out of this southern hub here, and sort of merge in somehow. Right? Yeah, it will work, trust me. I'm a doctor. I'm not actually, but there you go. Okay, so we have several platforms free. Well, only 2 actually. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Perhaps this station should have been bigger. Yeah, we've got 2. Yeah, we've got 2 platforms free. So we'll take this one here. We'll use the high speed. We won't go electric. No, nothing electric is coming off of here, so we can go under there. That's good. What we could do is just join up with this main line anyway, so it's going to carry on using the same basic track that it did always to start with, so no great change there. Or we could run it along a little bit further, I think. Yeah, and then join in along here. That's it, after those signals there. That'll do. And can we get you to switch over there? Why is there a collision? Now the trouble is when you're joining tracks up, which are running alongside, it does become a lot slower. Yeah, now can I do that? Yes, I can. It's just a matter of persistence, isn't it? Alright, so we should be able to bring you out as well. That's good. What this will do is, because we're taking food now from this other hub station here, is that my inter-hub shuttle here will have a lot more freight to carry. So that should now become much more profitable, which is good. In fact, just checking, is it profitable at the moment? In a word, no. That should ramp up as the other new service I put on here at the end of the last episode, the line to Churchill, the freight. Which one's that? It's this one. Where the heck is that train? Oh, there you are. Oh no, you should. Yes, sorry. I was just sort of getting distracted here. I think what we could do is make you start waiting till you're full. Or maybe you are already. How much are you going to make? 440, that's not a lot, is it? No. No, you're not quite profitable yet. We could have you waiting. Just for a minute, though. See if that helps. Are you getting food in Whitchurch? Oh, sorry, Churchill. You are. Where are you getting? Oh, of course you got a service from there. Yeah, yes, this is going to be an issue because that's using the NAFI. That could pick up food as well, and then sort of compromise the other food line I've got here, which actually might be a good idea. I don't know if that train is that profitable these days. It's marginal. How many vehicles are on there? Just the one. Actually, that might make sense. So if I discontinue this food service here and have the food running in from here. Right, oh, this is almost looks like a sensible plan. This is good. Right, before I got distracted, I was doing this this bit of track here. There you go. Shall I accept that? I will. Put some funky signals on. You're the British one, aren't you? There you go. Get onto the bridge, and you can signal there. And there. And we'll put signals. Oh, did I put 2 signals? Oh, did. Oh, you clumsy klutz. Let's get rid of one of those. Okay. Right, now the main these oil and construction materials trains are, I think, going to be more important than the food service to Whitchurch, so we'll give them precedence. I think that's on the wrong side of the track. That's better. Don't want you there. So what we could do actually is if I move this signal back a bit, which should mean that the main Felixstowe hub's services, the oil and the construction materials, should have precedence over this Whitchurch service here, seeing as it's closer to the junction, to the switch. Okay, that makes sense, I think. Yep, everything else carries on, so it's just a change in that route. So what we need to do, where is the Whitchurch service? Where are you, sir? Ah, right, where are you? Where exactly? Aha! Splendid, I think we've caught him in time. So what we'll do is we'll change this so it goes not to the Grantham hub, it goes there. We'll take you out. There we go. And can I fix that? I can. That looks better. Yep, if you notice those little sort of spanner or hammer, the fixing icon down here, which means the automatic platform allocation wouldn't work. I was trying to go into platform 1 here, so I just clicked. I could have manually fixed it, but clicking that little icon that we saw at the bottom there resolved it for me. Neat trick. That's all part of the last performance update patch. Okay, so that's that. So that means we've now got a free platform on this hub, which is that one there. What's this blue? Oh, that's the shuttle. It would be better. Where can I fit this in? So I don't think I can add. This has got its maximum number of platforms on, hasn't it? Yeah. Then I could add another station here, because what we're going to be doing is bringing food in from there. Actually, no, we could. We could come along here and then go into one of these platforms here. What I could do is make this a proper approach where most routes coming in can select from a variety of platforms and just make better switching here. That's going to take a fair amount of work, isn't it? Anyway, let's get this set up to start with. Right, now the food is coming from there. It's going to be coming down here. So if we have a nice curvy station in here, that should work, I think. Again, I've got loads of money, so I could be reckless here and just... Right, and here, this is me trying it earlier, seeing if it would fit. It does fit in there. Where do we want it? It's going to be a big tunnel anyway, isn't it, going through there, so... I think something along that alignment should be okay. If it aligns. If I get rid of this road, I don't know if that's getting in the way of lining it up. Will smoothing help, do you think? I have no idea. Let's give it a shot. No idea. So we'll just stick it in and see what happens. Ah, that fits there. Right, so it is going to be 2. Let's put 3. Just in case I have some odd need for a 3rd service coming up here. You never know. We'll put 3 tracks on there. 320, that's the longest we can make it. 120 miles an hour, standard. Yeah, of course, we don't need to go any faster than that. Not in the station anyway. Catenary, no. 2nd Street connection, I don't think we need that. The only thing is, we need to make sure. Come on, there you go. That is within reach of our food factory. So where's our country roads? They're along here somewhere. Small. Well, let's go medium, shall we? 60 miles an hour means we can get. Actually, we're not using trucks at all here, are we? We don't want that. So that's you there, and you there, and you light up. Result. Okay, so we will rename this one, I think. Food processor. That's more or less correct spelling, I think, so we will take that. Right, but we will use high-speed tracks out. There you go. So how do we... Yeah, okay, let's just get out of here to start with. Okay, going out there, we're going down there. We are out there. Okay, that's cool and quite fast. We've got 2 different types of tunnel entrance. It's difficult to tell. Okay, that looks slightly weird, but there you are. Okay, right, so we need to skirt around the north side of Thiel there. Okay, so we're going to get a ridiculous bridge here. Don't want anything too ridiculous. Concrete bridge. Yeah, that's high speed as well. That's cool. Okay, it's just a matter of how much it slows down on the bend. That is getting very high, isn't it? It'd be nice if it wasn't quite so tall. So if we take it round there a bit more, okay, it won't be such a ridiculously tall bridge, he said, hopefully. And here it is, coming to ground. Good. Where's the farm? The farm is over there. That will do, I think. Okay. No, we don't want to go underground. I think I've seen this recently in I think in one of my other Let's Play, where I was messing around or some such. If you end on a sort of declining path on your rail, it will try and keep on going down before it goes back up to level out again, so you get that huge cut as we saw in the first attempt. Okay, that should be fine. Still keep our speed up if we can. Let's get rid of this bit of road, we don't need that. That might compromise the integrity, the smoothness of our line. Smooth running, of course, is very important. Also important to join up the lines. Okay, it's looking good, and I think we're heading in the right direction. Right, well, is that really bumpy? It's a bit, isn't it? Can I? No, I'm not. No. Can we make that a little bit smoother? So it actually goes in a single direction rather than up and down. That's much the same, I think, but I think it's a little bit better. Difficult to judge. Right, now let's just make sure we can double track this. So let's get you coming out of there and go through the tunnel. This is fine, looking good. I don't think this is going to be one of our massive profit years, to be honest. I don't know if the game actually paused at the moment, as you may be able to see. Just because I don't want any interruptions while I'm building and thinking. And again, because we're making loads of money normally, I don't need to worry too much about keeping the bank balance in the black, as it were, while I'm building, because I'm unlikely to spend more than £400 million. Sorry, dollars. Dollars. This game uses some weird American currency. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. Right, where's the farm? Okay, so what sort of station do we want at the farm? Could we send the livestock or the grain to anywhere else? We can. We can send grain down here to make plastic. I think livestock is only used in the food processor, isn't it? Yes, I don't have any of the new industry mods, so there's no huge variety of different combinations of raw materials to play with. So I think that could be a terminal station there. So that's what we will do. I think. Okay. Station. Cargo station. We'll use a terminal. Ooh, what's that? Oh my goodness. Ooh. Right, a new modded one. Ooh. That's cool, isn't it? It doesn't have. Oh, sorry. It doesn't have all the flexibility of the flexible station, which is the one I really like using these days. It does give you really large platforms or long platforms. It only goes up to 5 tracks, though. And they're. Are they all connected to the platform? There's no obvious platform connection to them. Or is it just the one? Transit tracks on the outside. That's interesting. I might have to play with that and see if I can see what exactly the rules are to that. But we're not going to use it here because we want a terminal station. I've decided. So let's go back here. We'll use you. We don't need you to be curvy. That's fine. We don't really need a second street connection either. We'll keep 2 platforms. I just like having 2 platforms, basically. That's what it's all about. 320. Yeah, we'll keep you long. Where's the line? That's coming in there. So something along a finer adjustment of that. That looks good, doesn't it? I think if we place it there, just to make sure that we're actually in reach of the farm, which we certainly should be from there. But before we do anything like laying tracks, let's just check that. Here we are. Indeed we are. So we will call this one Thiel Farms. Ventnor? Where's... Oh yes, because I renamed all my towns, didn't I? At the very start of this series. But I didn't change the names of the industries. Well, not many of them anyway, so we'll just make that consistent. Okay, so you're going to go in there. That looks sweet. And likewise, there you go. Result. Need a little crossover just in case we need to run 2 trains down here. You never know how big the demand is going to be. All this lovely food, what will come out from this farm. Put the signals in before we leave just to make sure that I know what I'm doing. We don't need it on the outside, do we really? There we go. That's fine. Don't like that roller coastery bit there, but there you are. Well, that's we'll live and learn. We'll live and bear. I think we've learned that we don't like those things. But it shouldn't affect the speed of the trains too much, I hope. Okay. Not going to be terribly fast coming in and out of here, but you shouldn't be rushing headlong into a station anyway. That's kind of dangerous, really. Right, and you can wait there. It's a very long tunnel, but we'll put a signal there. Again, we're unlikely to have... Oh, this is the trouble when you've got underground segments. Where is that signal? It's there. It keeps moving. I've actually placed it on the track. I really don't know. You can't really tell on there. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm losing it. Got it. Right. That should do. These are very far apart. I can't see anything. Dear me. I think you're in the right place, and you're not. I just need you on the other side of the track. Yeah, it doesn't help that I'm using the English signals, so they're... To place them, you need to be on the other side. Your cursor needs to be on the other side of the track for the signal to be on the other side. If you see what I mean. You've seen me use them before, you know exactly what we're talking about, don't you? Right, we're only going to put 1 train on here anyway to start with, so let's stop faffing around with these signals. Right. And we'll put a couple on the bridge. And then when you come back down to earth, and this little rise here, and that will be the job done. Okay. Right, so that's the farm produce going to the food processor. We now need to get tracks laid, to get this down. We could put it through here, couldn't we? If we've only got the 1 line there. Now what I'd like to do is if I change that to use the other platform, platform 1. I just think it makes more sense if we're going to put this train... Well, that's a very tight corner. Can I achieve that? This is asking a bit much, isn't it? Go use a high-speed bridge. It looks like I might be able to. I can. Cuts a huge chunk out of the countryside, but it does get the job done. Can I do it from there? Is that gonna... Yep, that will. It's not such a huge incursion into the landscape. Oh, excellent. Come on there. That's it. Having a switch there might be awkward. We'll see what happens. There we go. Okay, you can go in there. We don't need a switch there, do we, particularly? Because this train... What I could do is have the food delivered here. Sorry, the livestock or whatever delivered from the farm here, turned into food, and then carried on to there as a transit point, and then the goods, the other goods train, which is taking machines and tools down here, take food as well. Well, that sounds a bit like a plan. So this train here will need more than one train on there. It will need to be a much longer consist as well. That could be phenomenally profitable. It's bringing food down as well. And that would save struggling to fit it into this here hub. Because the free track I've got here is this one here. This one. So fitting in there would be awkward. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, that is a plan. Okay, so what we need to do is, what's this? It's this train here. It is very short. How long's that? Is that 320 as well? That's only 240. Yeah, I'm not sure. I could consider making that longer, but that'll take a whole other episode, I think, to do that. So we'll work within those confines of that. Okay, that's good. How long's the platform up here? Is that 240 as well? That is. Could I upgrade that to 320? I reckon I could. It's just these tracks will need realigning. Well, let's worry about that at a later date, shall we? So this is going to this is machinery bulk. We'll keep we'll keep the name the same, I think, for that one. Which of these depots is the one we use? That's it. Okay, so what we're using there? We're using the Bahrai. How do you pronounce that? Bahrai 132. That might be correct. Diesel. You're the 131, and you're the 132. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. So we'll take you. And we'll use the NAFI again because it means we can carry anything we like. Tools, machines, or indeed food. Okay. So how long is this train? 160. How many have I put on there? I can't count and think at the same time. Put 3 on there. That's 10. That'll easily fit within all the stations. And we'll upgrade this one as well to 10. So we just need to set that as a replacement. Which was the 132 all the way down here. Any new locos turned up? If we look at the locos specifically, oh, we've got that one. Oh, that's sexy, isn't it? Bit fast though for this line, so we'll keep the 75, and we want 10 of these here NAFIs. 3, 4, 5. I can see it counting up there. So we don't want 11. That will do. Okay. So we will replace that train when it gets in. And we will send you off. What we'll do actually, we need to get that train, the food train, sorted out, don't we? So let's do that as well. So if we clone that one, and we could actually add more wagons to that. Let's make it 15. Okay. So which one's which? Okay, so 56. That needs to be a new line, doesn't it? So let's create that. And it will go. If I get all this out of the way, you can see what we're doing. It goes from there. We'll wait to fill up. It will then go there, and then there. In which case we do need a switch at that end, don't we? We won't take anything back, so we'll make sure it just empties there, and we will only keep it waiting for a minute. We'll give it a nice sexy food colour, which we probably used elsewhere, to be honest, but yeah, that's the way. Okay, so we need to get that switch in there. Oh, slope issue, so it's going to be slow. Can I? Ah! Upwards? Nope. Oh dear me. Are you going to be troublesome? I think you might be. Why is it doing that? That's odd. Okay, so as short as we can make it. Still doesn't like the slope. This is going to frustrate me. Let's do it a bit further out. The trouble is the slope's not. I think the main problem is the slope isn't consistent. I think that's what it's complaining about, from what I've read on some of the guides on Steam. If we one last crack, and I'll find another way of doing this. What we'll do, if we stick some ballast along here. Just in case it's the landscape that's giving me the problem rather than the actual slope of the tracks. A little bit of the smoothing action. Will that help at all? The fact there's bumps in there worries me slightly, but we haven't got everything as flat as we want it to be. Speed again. Not they're going to be going. Don't do that. Do that. Nice. You see it. There was that weird cut effect in there. Okay. Can we use one of these crossovers instead? This work. Okay, where was it? Not a bus, it's a train station, it's a crossover oriented that way. We will use yeah, that will do there, and it's not catenary, it's an X pattern. Needs to. What's it doing? If I get rid of all these other gubbins, that might help fit it into place. Strange how it's left those little lumps in there underneath the ballast track that I'd laid. Okay. Right, so that works. Okay, we can put a slope on it. Is that... which way's the slope working? Not entirely sure. Oh, right, that's it. Right, now we do know. So 50% slope. Can we make it a bit shorter? What's the track? Ah, right. Okay, that's the gap between tracks. Turnout. Ah, that's the length, I think. There we go. Yeah. We'll keep it that short, and we'll just bring you guys down. Okay, got it. Right, now, yeah, the issue I've got here is this is treated like a depot, so it will attempt, I think, to run in the standard track orientation, i.e. driving on the right, that the game defaults to. But we'll see. How does the... Yeah, that line is still working okay. So if I put my signals back in there, it should keep things lined up properly. Okay, well, the proof will be in the pudding. Right, so train 56, you are going to go on the new line 1. Except you can't find a path to the stop. You're being silly now. You are being very silly. Of course you can. Okay, what we need to do, I need to change the name of that line for a start. And this is going to be the Thiel. Farm Foods Bulk. Yeah, it's spelled bulk with a K on the end. That's how it usually works. Good man. And so, right, what do you mean you can't find a route? Okay, well, if we change that line then, just temporarily, to go to this one here. Okay. Does that help you find your way? Yes. Good. And then you can be another one on the machinery bulk line. Just speed up a little bit. There we go. Nice long train. Got to wait for him to get into the station here first. Oh, how are you going to achieve that? Is that train there waiting for something? What are our signal? Oh no, you should be okay. Yes, you're okay. There could actually be signals on that piece of track there, I think. Missing a trick. Oops. There you go. Now he's waiting for free path. You mean no path? Of course there's a path. You're being silly. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit into that. Ah, is that because? Is that because he extends over? He can't turn around because he's too long for that switch. that be what's going on here? Could be. If I delete that just for a second, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Aha, right, that's better. He might be able to do it actually. I just changed where he was going. Ooh, that was a near miss. Come on, guys. Let's get a move on. Another year's passed. More locomotives, more buses. Oh, I actually was going to change a bus route or two, wasn't I? Right. That is probably the longest consist I have in any of my games so far. I don't tend to use very long consists, as I mentioned, as I'm sure I've said somewhere before recently. But maybe it works. Maybe I wasn't being bold enough, which is that I'm quite a cautious player, as you will have recognised already, I imagine. Right, that should be okay. Let's get you guys going. Right, there is definitely a route. Right, that works. Yeah, that works. See, look, the yellow goes all the way up to the other station, so that should be fine. But we may actually need 2 trains on the farm foods bulk, depending on how quickly the trains turn around the supply and demand, and how quickly the food processor kicks into gear. And we shall see that as the game progresses. So how are you doing? Right, that's looking quite good. I have some concerns over the delivery of tools and machines, and indeed steel, to around the system. And you're still not carrying very much, are you? Still losing me money. That's not good. Okay, the well, Whitchurch one is doing okay. Let's slow this down to proper speed. And the hub shuttle. Ooh, still very poor. Hopefully, this addition of extra food to be carried will make a difference to those routes, and they will start making money as well. He said, hopefully. Okay, right, let's wrap up here, I think. That's our bank balance. Yikes, we only made 4 million in profit last year, despite an income of 211. Yeah, lots of expensive new trains, new vehicles, 68 million. Yeah, and 20 million in construction costs. Okay, we have a couple of old vehicles. What are they? Yeah, old buses. I will deal with them off camera. I think I'll just probably replace them like with like. If not, then I'll make a note of that for the next video. How about my lines? How are they doing? That's heck. Right. Yeah. Yeah, we still got a few big losers here. Mostly to do with the steel and the manufacturing tools and machines. That hasn't kicked in yet. Maybe we'll see. I'll let that run on for a year, and that should pick up. He said, hopefully. And if not, then I'll have to rethink it. And of course, our brand new service, the farm food bulk thing, is still going to be losing money for a while yet. So here he is, turning around. I don't need those, so I can look up their age in a moment. I need to. How far away? Oh, excellent. There's stuff here waiting to be picked up. Oh, there's more vehicles. Yep, I'll deal with that for the next episode. Yep, I think this guy should be making money fairly soon. Can we pick up? Let's well, a little bit faster, shall we? What we'll do, we'll run this through till his first delivery. We'll just see how much money he makes on the first trip. This is quite impressive, actually. He makes money on his first outing, his first full run. So it's not going to be a completely full consist as yet. We'll send him on, actually. Won't wait for him to fill up. That's quite enough. So that's 116. That's quite a nice. That's quite a nice load. As he heads off, picking up speed. There you go. I'll tidy this up. I think I could do some smoothing around it. Oh, there's our little up and down bit. Perhaps I will return to that, perhaps, and just. Actually, doesn't look too bad. Actually, it's not too abrupt. Switch, is it? Oh, one. Sorry, I'll try and say that in English. We'll run through the tunnel, which isn't a terribly pleasant experience. I know, but we'll see how the lights are lined up. See if I've got them in any sense right. This train only goes a maximum of 75. So it's not breaking speed limits, but the sheer quantity of cargo should be sufficient. That was in the wrong place. That was okay. Oh, these look okay. So at least there's one good set of lights in the tunnel. That's fine. And here we go. Approaching our new hidden food factory, hidden in the midst of these mountains. Let's just get out of there and just check our profitability. 707. I was hoping for better than that. Hang on. Ooh, what's... oh, no. No. What's he doing? He's carrying the farm produce down. That's going to feed into the rest of the system. I'm not sure I want that. Oh, darn. That's part of the problem with using the NAFI, because it takes all goods. It will take them wherever the game can find a market for them. So you may have a particular plan, like having the food produced here, but because I'm using a universal, even if I was using the boxcar, I think, to carry the livestock, it would have the same problem. Now this is going to be interesting. It could still work. But I may want to adjust this. So that would explain why I got such a low profit just then. 2.46 million. I'm much happier with that. So what's this train going to take back to? That's using a NAFI state car as well. Are you going to take back any of this farm produce? You are. Okay, well, we're going to find out in the next episode quite how bizarre this setup is, and if it works or not. So yes, thank you very much for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed this little episode. And if you have, please leave us a like, that'd be much appreciated. But even better, any thoughts, suggestions, recommendations, critiques, any idea how I can make this better would be much appreciated. Leave a note in the comments box below, and of course if you've not done so already, please do subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll know whenever I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play videos. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever, until the next time, bye bye for now.